there was two things that I was like, during that segment. One is, I don't know if you caught it, but it sounded like Cody was about to tell us, and you didn't hear it in that soundbite, but when you go back and watch the Grayson Waller, he was about to tell us what The Rock said in his ear on SmackDown, and Grayson Waller interrupted him.
Oh, so for everybody who's telling me it doesn't matter what The Rock said to Cody in his ear, I guess it's important enough for them to touch on it a little bit.
He was about to say it, and Grayson Waller jumped in and interrupted. And I was like, And we're about to find out.
How did you go?
I went, And then the other one was with Seth, where Cody makes this challenge to The Rock, and everybody's like, oh, you see people like, oh, and you get a big reaction from the people in Perth. And then Seth's like, just know, buddy, like, I'll be by your side. And everybody's like, meh, because it's like, where's that leading to? Where's that going to go? I mean, maybe storyline wise, but I still feel that people think we may get this tag match. I don't think anybody wants to see this tag match, but it is interesting.
Whoa. You don't think anybody would want to see Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman on night one?
I don't. I personally wouldn't want to see that. I much rather see Cody and The Rock one-on-one than a tag match between the four.
Okay, if you give me the choice of the two, yes, I would take the singles match.
Well, you have to now, right? I mean, Cody made the challenge.
Well, this has been like this creative has been very fluid and can change at any time. But the closer we get to WrestleMania, I don't think they're going to change much. And we react to what we have in front of us. Kind of like a jury. Jury gets some evidence in front of them. They make a determination, guilty, not guilty, based on the evidence. Well, if new evidence gets presented, then they have to take that evidence into account and now decide guilty or not guilty. Classic example, the movie 12 Angry Men. The first vote, 11 guys voted guilty. One guy said not guilty. By the time they get to the end of the movie, all 12 men say not guilty. Here's the new evidence we have in front of us. Cody acknowledged the slap. Remember what I said, or what I brought up. I need to see that receipt. I want to see Cody Rhodes smack the Terramana taste out of The Rock's mouth. I need to see that receipt, because I think it's going to do Cody a world of good. As of what Cody said, yes. Right now, I think night one, Cody and Rock. Because you're not going to do it on a Raw. You're not going to do it on a SmackDown, although it would do a monster rating. But I think they'll save it for night one. But Seth comes in and says, basically, Cody, you're going to need backup. If you need backup, I got your back. I think somehow this will turn into a tag, especially with what the commercial for WrestleMania looked like, with all four men coming at each other and the four-way stare down. But at the very least, I would say Rock does have to answer the challenge, but I don't think it's going to be Rock and Cody one-on-one.
It's funny.
Just an opinion.
A few things from what you said, Bully. Number one, I think right now it's all about The Rock and Cody. Roman has been quiet for the most part as far as like people gravitating what's coming out of his mouth. They're mostly gravitating to what The Rock is saying. What did The Rock say? Cody crybabies, right? How pissed off I got, how pissed off the fan base got. There's Go ahead.
Time out. I just need to say something before I forget it. Based on Cody asking in the crowd, are there any Cody crybabies here? And everybody popping for it? They need to come out with a shirt today that says, I'm a Cody crybaby.
Get behind him. Own it. I've owned it from day one.
Lean into it.
As soon as The Rock made that comment, Bully, I did an emergency podcast that did monster numbers on our podcast.
Whose decision was that to do that podcast?
It was a group decision. Now, I'm a team player. Now, Bully, I'll say this. In that emergency podcast, I said, I'm leaning into it. I'm owning it. I'm a Cody crybaby. But I'm not the only one doing that. I think the Cody fans are leaning into it. Hey, I'm a Cody crybaby. And I'm owning it, and I'm fine with it. But right now, at least right now, it's going to change once we get to Philadelphia, Bully. But right now, isn't it more about Cody and The Rock than it is Cody and Roman? It is.
It's crazy because Cody, in my opinion, is casting a cloud over Seth, and Rock is definitely casting a cloud over Roman.
Yes, I think that's what's happening right now.
And coming out of the chamber with Cody laying down the challenge, now I need to hear The Rock's response. Now the hook is in my mouth.
Yes.
When and where will Rock respond?
And so now that challenge was made, for me, as soon as Seth opened his mouth, I'm like, I don't want to see a tag. Now I do not want to see a tag. I want to see Cody one-on-one because I feel like it's going to be what you just said. Cody and Rock, night 1, Cody and Roman, night 2. If Cody can get past The Rock. Now,
one of the visuals that I'm going to, if it is Cody and Rock, one of the visuals I'm going to love is Cody and Rock face to face. You're going to get very much a David and Goliath moment from the two of them. Because remember, Rock makes Roman look small and Roman's bigger than Cody.
So let me ask you this. If that's the scenario that's played out, does Cody and Rock night 1 overshadow Cody and Roman night 2?
No. Nope.
Because of the title?
Correct. And I think that's making, I don't know what the finish is, don't want to know what the finish is, but if your decision is to put the Universal Championship around Cody's waist on night 2, what a way to get there by defeating The Rock night 1 and then having to deal with the entire bloodline and possible Rock interference night 2 and still defeat Roman. I mean, hey, Cody, what did you have to do? What hard times did you have to deal with to beat Roman Reigns? Well, I went through this, and this, and then I had to wrestle 2 nights in a row at WrestleMania. And oh, by the way, night 1, I beat The Rock, and night 2, I had to make sure the whole bloodline did not interfere, and I pinned Roman Reigns. That's some hard times right there you had to get through.
Seth Rollins. I think there's a chance here, and this is another story, another chapter in the book that's a possibility, another turn that the WWE may make here. I think Seth could screw Cody on this road to WrestleMania 40. Why? Bully, let's not forget, Cody didn't beat Seth once. Cody didn't beat Seth twice. Cody beat Seth 3 times. 3 times. You can't tell me that doesn't grate on Seth. And maybe the story is about this World Heavyweight Championship not having the credibility it deserves because Cody choosing the undisputed WWE Universal Championship and beating Seth Rollins 3 times. You know what? Seth Rollins could be the devil on this road to WrestleMania 40.
And if he is the devil, I hope he puts the mask on just once, unlike Adam Cole, baby, who has never put the devil mask on, nor have I ever seen him take it off. Adam Cole is not the devil.
Listen, Adam
Cole. No, you listen.
You need to get over that. And it really doesn't mean anything right now anyway. Because
I just wanted to say that.
Of MJF.
I like the idea of Seth screwing Cody over because it extends Cody's story. I would not have a problem at all with Cody losing night 2. What do you got? Do you have a pain in your lower back? Do you have what's wrong? Does your left nut have a hurt or something? Like, what's wrong? You're wincing. You're moving in your chair. You're rolling your eyes.
Bully,
it looks like you bit into a lemon. What?
Bully, no disrespect. And you know, whatever a sentence starts with, no disrespect.
Yeah. Here comes Bully, a spit in the face and a kick in the nuts.
Bully, no disrespect, because you know more about this than I ever will. But you know this, Bully, that timing is everything.
You just said Seth Rollins is going to screw over Cody.
I'm saying it's a possibility. I'm saying it's a possibility. But listen to me. Listen to me, and then I want to get your honest reaction to this, okay? Timing is everything. Like, don't you feel, Bully, that the stars have aligned? That everything that WWE wished for has come to pass? Cody. All right. Going into WrestleMania 39, I thought Cody should beat Roman. You said, no. Wait. And you were right. Mark Henry was right. The crowd was mixed for Cody at WrestleMania 39. But everything that they have done, every possibility that they have thrown out there, Cody has knocked out of the park. Every curveball. Don't you feel like the stars have aligned for Cody, that this would be the perfect time for them to pull the trigger on Cody? Everything you've asked for has happened. Every reaction that you have wanted, you have gotten. Don't you think you're taking a big chance by not pulling the trigger at WrestleMania 40? Honestly.
No. That's the answer to your question. What I was doing was saying that if they decided to have Seth Rollins screw over Cody, which was your possibility suggestion, I wouldn't have a problem with it because it makes sense. So you're the one that came up with the suggestion, and I agreed with it, and now you're coming down on me.
I'm not coming down on you. I'm throwing out that possibility by what I saw in Australia.
Once the story's over, the story's over. Okay? Now we're relying on Cody to carry the company, for however long. I do believe if Cody goes over at 40, great, awesome. Rah, 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 sis, boom, bah. But you have to look at what you have. Can we get more out of this? Do we have enough players to stretch this? Can we stretch the story and in turn get Roman closer to Hogan's record? Can we get Hogan and Roman in the ring with talking segments? It's the anniversary of Hulkamania, the 40th anniversary of Hulkamania. Can we kill two birds at one stone? Can we get the championship on Cody at a later date in a prestigious match, maybe in a prestigious arena? I just saw, again, the other night, the WWE remind us on Instagram about how they used the same bull rope for Shinsuke and Cody as they did for Dusty and Superstar. That, them reminding me again about that, is they're tipping the cap to history. I still stand firm on my suggestion, and my opinion of Cody's story needs to end where Dusty's started. Madison Square Garden, to me, is the absolute best idea for this, the best place for this story to end. I get it. It's WrestleMania, the showcase of the immortals. The showcase of the immortals did not exist when Dusty Rhodes held that championship in the air for 3 seconds. The full circle story for Cody is Madison Square Garden, where the ghost of Dusty Rhodes will be in Cody's corner. Nobody can change my mind on that. If you tell me money or the money that can be made at WrestleMania, yeah, I get that. I get the business end of it. It's WrestleMania. Rah, 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 sis, boom, bye, your sister's ass, all the money in the world. But I'm talking about a story. The first night Cody Rhodes came out on Monday Night Raw, he told me the story about his dad and superstar Billy Graham in Madison Square Garden and the picture that's on his mantle, and he wants to fulfill the destiny that his father couldn't. Where did it start? Madison Square Garden. Where should it end? Madison Square Garden. That's my final answer. I have not deviated from that since day one.
I agree with you. All right, couple things from what you said.
No. You agree with me with my version of the story, or you agree with me that it should end in the Garden?
I agree with you on your version of the story. I agree with you in the fact that you believed in this since day one. I haven't wavered. I still think it needs to happen at WrestleMania 40. We differ on that. But, you know, I'm a beer guy, so you would be able to answer this question better than me. You're a wine connoisseur, correct? You're a man that enjoys a fine wine, right?
I'm a connoisseur of many things,
Okay.
including fine wines.
Okay. So when it comes to wine, there's the perfect moment, the perfect time to open up that bottle and to have a glass, right? You don't want to open that bottle too early, and you don't want to open that bottle too late. Like there's a perfect time to open up a bottle of wine. Are you taking a chance waiting past 40? It seems, like I said, that the stars have aligned for Cody. He's getting monster reactions everywhere. Are you taking a chance by not pulling the trigger at WrestleMania 4? I'm not being facetious here. I'm being honest.
No.
Are you taking that chance?
Yes, you're taking a chance. But if what you have booked after 40 makes sense and gives Cody even more momentum, why not do it? Because you're going to bring the Roman story along with you. You can bring the Hogan story record along with you. Are any of the things I'm saying so far out of left field?
No, they're not. I mean, Bully, you're very convincing what you're saying. What you're saying is extremely convincing to me. There's no doubt about it.
If you've gone through all of the trouble to do this Roman record with, 1,593 days, whatever the number is, constantly acknowledge it, constantly driving it home. And he's about to, and in a couple of months, he can surpass Hulk Hogan on the all-time list. And Hulk Hogan is still around, in which you can get in rings with Hulk Hogan, Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns. And if you can get Seth to screw over Cody, in which you want to see Cody get through Seth to have to get back to Roman again, and you can pay it off in the Garden, what's wrong with that scenario? Somebody better come at me with some real good facts to shoot down my story. I'm not telling you my story's the best. I'm telling you my story makes the most sense. So if Cody does not win at Mania, as long as the next 8 to 10 months has good story based on Seth screwing Cody or The Rock or the Bloodline all over again, to where Cody is at the lowest of the lows, that the last spot he ever gets a chance is Madison Square Garden. My God. Why are you smiling right now, Dave?
It's just, I understand where you're coming from. It's a struggle for me, because if that's the way it went, Bully, how can I complain? I mean, how can I complain? As a fan of Cody, as a fan of Dusty Rhodes, how can I complain Cody winning that championship at Madison Square Garden? I can't. But at the same time, it's just, in Philadelphia, WrestleMania 40. Now there's all this talk about, who knows, maybe Sylvester Stallone may be involved in this or something. There's all these rumors out there. I mean, God, it just feels like this is the perfect, right moment for Cody to win this championship. But then I'm listening to you, Bully, and you're very convincing. You're very convincing in what you're saying. But
I have no argument or counterpoint to your suggestion about this being the perfect time, the perfect scenario. Because I would agree with you, unless they have something planned on the back end that doesn't make this the perfect time. So let me ask you this. If WrestleMania this year was in, what's the arena? What's the arena called? Is that the Wachovia Center over there?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
If it was in an arena Would you still feel the same way?
No.
So now you wouldn't feel the same way because it's a smaller venue. You're saying the story should end at Mania because there's 40,000 more people in the stadium than would be in the arena.
It's just that WrestleMania moment.
That's to me, that's a shit answer.
Well, I mean, I'm being honest. It's a WrestleMania moment. It's just going to be different. And that's a bit. First of all, what you're saying would never happen. It's not going to be in a smaller venue. It's in a stadium.
But I'm trying to understand your point of view as to why this is the moment it needs to happen.
Because Bully, the one thing I'll agree with you on, if you look at the story and you diagram the story, your scenario works much better because of the Dusty element. But I look at it in the way of, where did Roman screw Cody Rhodes? It was at WrestleMania. It was in a stadium full of 75,000 people. So for me, it needs to be in this moment on the surface and for Cody. But if you really look deep into the story when it comes to Dusty, your scenario makes a lot of sense.
So then, okay, let me take what you just said, that Roman screwed Cody at WrestleMania. Thus, 40 is the best place to do it since you got screwed a year earlier by Solo on behalf of Roman. Then I need to hear Cody say to Roman Reigns, you screwed me at 39. I'm going to reseat you at 40.
And we're going to get to there, Bully, I feel like. But I think, at the beginning of this conversation, we said it. It just feels like it's more about Cody and The Rock right now than it is about Cody and Roman. Now, when do you make that change? When do you make that move? I guess closer to Philadelphia, but it's clearly more about Cody and Rock than Cody and Roman.
If everything stays status quo right now, Cody beats Rock on night 1 because it seems like we're going to get them. Cody beats Rock night 1. Cody beats Roman night 2. Yay. Next night on Raw, who's Cody's first opponent?
That's a great question. Because
No. You can't just go, that's a great question. You need the great answer. Because if you don't have a great answer for what happens on Monday Night Raw and who's that first heel to step up and breathe down Cody's neck, then you don't have it. What you have is Ring of Honor in Madison Square Garden, who did not know what they were doing the night after.
Yeah, but this is different because I feel like the WWE looks at Cody as a matter of fact, you can make the case Cody could be bigger than John Cena ever was to the WWE.
Okay, great. Who's his first opponent? Damian Priest? Dominic Mysterio? Drew? Those are your top heels to chase Cody now?